Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom.
Hey YouTube, it's Cutt here, and we're bringing you another one. Finally, I am drawing MKBHD. Oh yes. So I have been requested to draw him. Literally, they've been like, you gotta draw him, you gotta draw him, you gotta draw him. I'm like, okay. So I wrote his name down. I always write down all the things I want to draw if I can remember to write it down. I'll write it down, and at some point I will manifest it onto page or screen or whatever. So I wrote his name down a long time ago to draw, and then I was like, all right, it's time to like bring it. Let's do it. So I brought his name to the top of the list, even though it's kind of been at the top of the list for a long time, but I made it a real reality to bring it to the top of the list. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we're gonna do it. Now, he is a master of tech. Somehow he became the tech guy, right? And I do watch his videos, but I don't like know him like that. Like I don't even actually know what MKBHD stands for. So please, somebody explain to me what is it, right? But anyway, I'm like, this guy is amazing, so he should be drawn by an amazing artist. So that's why I didn't draw him. No, honestly, what I did today compared to what I probably would have done if I drew him when I wrote his name down, it wouldn't have did justice. So see, sometimes you just gotta wait until you feel it in your bones. You know what I mean? So I hope he's gonna see it. The chances of him seeing it is very low. I mean, he has like 14 million subscribers, so I'm not gonna get my expectations up to the universe, but I do hope he sees it. So if you're on Instagram or Twitter, tag him, because he definitely ain't gonna see it if I tag him. So you gotta tag him on Twitter, tag him on Instagram, tag him on Facebook, tag him on MySpace. Somebody tag him. So tag him wherever you are. Leave him a comment on his YouTube video, like, yo, check this guy out who did the, help me out. Because he's not gonna see it unless we tag him. Don't forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're gonna keep bringing all this good stuff to you. Come on now. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, I love this piece. If only it was a piece for me that I can make products into. So we're not gonna make this into products, but I love this piece. I knew I wanted something where he's just right in the center like I would usually do, just because I want more detail on the face. But I didn't know I was gonna take it to where I took it. I did kind of have an idea of like, all right, maybe it can be like floating items around him or whatever, right? But I didn't really know like which way I was going to go. I was thinking about putting like a phone like floating in his hand, but I'm like, he doesn't only talk about phones, so that would be kind of weird. So you'll see I change that a little later. I think the likeness is very close to him. Sometimes I struggle with likeness, but this one I feel like was really good. I realized the more cartoony I go, the more it looks like the character. When I try to get more realistic, there's so many nuances into a face that can really be like, that ain't that person. So because this was more cartoony, it looked more like him. So I think I need to go there. So I decided to take the phone away. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do like floating, screens and phones and things, and let's do like a glowing like orb or something like that. You'll see I changed that too, which I'm glad I did. So you can see that I have the sketch going, and I finished the sketch and now I'm into the inking. I knew kind of early on that I'm like, all right, I gotta kind of take out the sketch from, like, do separate layers, from the hands and the body, because I wanted to be able to easily control how much glow is shining through, as opposed to trying to like mask it out and all that. So I was like, it'll be just easier if I just move the hands into its own layer, the body into its own layer, so anything that's happening in between can also be on its own layer, so that'd be 3 layers, and then I can control it a little bit better. You'll see the hand was a little funky, so I was like, I always typically do like a rough idea of the hand, do everything, because I'm not best with hands. I'm much better than I used to. I used to didn't even draw hands. Like I used to literally put hands behind your back because I wasn't good at it. Now I don't shy away from it, but I also know it's one of my weakest parts, so I just wait until the end to really address it. So the hands are done, everything's done. So now I'm like, all right, now we need real detail. Like it was like suggested detail. I was like, that ain't gonna work for me. It was too empty. I'm like, if he's like a master, like he can control electronics, is where my brain's going, then we need to let him control it. And there needs to be a lot of it, right? I mean, if you got 14 million subscribers, you've been touching a lot of technology, right? So he must be a master. So I knew I needed some stuff in the background and some stuff in the foreground. So the things I just did there are the foreground items. And of course there are background items as well. I wanted it to have more of a circular, it kind of feels circular, but it more feels like it's kind of just going behind him. I wanted it to feel more like a whirlwind type of thing. It kind of gives it kind of doesn't. So anyway, it looks cool, but I didn't execute it the way I wanted. Good thing with things like, you know, screens is they're all squares, so I got away with murder when it came to detail in the background. I don't be feeling like doing backgrounds. If you guys know, I don't be feeling like going through all that. But actually, I need to do a breakdown of the Harry Potter background that I had to do for a client. I'm gonna do that pretty soon because that was for a client, and that was really dope. But anyway, so you can see the hands were on its own layer. So now I'm going in, adding in just a base gray, just so I can get an idea of what is on which layer. I think the background consists of like 3 different layers, not including the sky in the back. And this is when I decided, you know what? Let's put his name as the thing that's like floating in between his hands that has all the power. Because I didn't really know which direction I wanted to go with the orb. And then I was like, just a ball of light. What does that have to do with anything? I don't understand. So I was like, that's corny. And it seems like his colors are like red and black, which is like, red is my favorite color. I love black. So it's like perfect color scheme for myself. But yeah, so going in, adding all those colors, and then you can see I'm starting to really block out. Like he's starting to feel like he's in the space as opposed to on top of the space. So I did a little bit of a glow behind him, and I was and I'm shocked that I didn't lag on this. I thought this was going to be one of those where I just put it to the side and come back 5 years later, but I didn't do that. It took me about a week to actually just go ahead and do it. I knew I wanted the light to come from the center, so anything that was opposite from the center was going to have shadow. The face is kind of cheating a little bit, but just to kind of like make it easier for our eyes. So I'm going in, adding in all the shadows, and I knew the ones behind him on the screens for the backgrounds didn't really need much shadow because they didn't have depth, but the things on the edge did. And I knew it was going to be a lot of glowing lights, so I started with those because that has like the strongest light source. Went in, just added some gradients just to kind of like make it less flat feeling on those like speakers and things like that. Went on ahead and did the just playing with the lighting. So this was really great. I was struggling which way I wanted to go with the light from this, and this decision right here that I'm about to do was the greatest decision. That thing right there, it was like not a happy accident, but kind of like a, should I do it? I did it. I was like, oh, this is dope. So then I went. So glad I did that because it really made him feel powerful. You know what I mean? So now I'm going in. Highlights are always the best. So now there's a lot of colors. So this is one of those really vibrant pieces. So I knew I wanted to do like a base light, a main highlight based upon where the logo is, but also you'll see soon I wanted a little bit of bounce light from the screen. So there's some pink on the left, there's some blue on the right, just playing around with the teal colors, all that stuff after I was done with those main highlights. So you'll see in a moment, it's very quick, after I'm done with these highlights, that I went on ahead and, you know, added in that extra stuff. So you'll see in a minute. I didn't want to go too crazy on the hair, just a little bit. Yeah, so you see I added in the pink. Well, I was going to just do pink, but I was like, he's not fitting in because there's no pink on the right. So then I made the decision to like, all right, go ahead, just do a little bit of pink on the left, a little bit of blue on the right, you know, match the environment just a little bit more. And then I added some like hues and stuff. Now you're about to see me break down the layers for Instagram and for YouTube. And there you go. Oh, that's kind of dope. That's kind of cool. That was kind of cool. I didn't even realize how cool that was going to look because he has these light powers and the light going on and all. Anyway, let's look at that again. Wow, it's like he's glitching out and he like disappears. Whoa, that's dumb. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my most recent completed piece as of today when I'm recording, not necessarily when you watch it, but when I'm this today as I am recording, it is my most recent completed piece. I have so many other things that are just sitting there waiting to be completed, and I can't wait to complete them. But as of this piece is one of my favorite pieces so far. The lighting, it was fun. I found that the ones that people beg me to draw are the ones that I really put a lot of energy into, and they usually turn out to be like the most impactful for my career. So I'm hoping this will do that. I don't even know the order in which I'm going to put this out, but when it comes out, I'm hoping either you've already seen it or is very close to seeing it, but I don't know. So hopefully you guys can help me out a little bit more. Don't forget, like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're going to bring so much more to you. Also, if you want to watch this video without the commentary, click right here and you will see the process without me. If you don't want to be here with me, then you go over there. I can't. What are you doing? I know you're not about to leave without liking or sharing or something. I know you see that red button. You better subscribe to my channel. See you soon.